All right, guys, here's my next What's Next. Today, it's going to be on former welterweight champion Keith one-time Thurman. Thurman fought on Saturday, July 20th when he lost his welterweight title to the Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao, by a 12-round split decision. Thurman fought hard. I wouldn't say he gave away the first few rounds. I just think he was overwhelmed and kind of out of his element. I don't think he was expecting Pacquiao to have such a fast start like that. I think he was expecting a more competitive fight early, and maybe he wears down Pacquiao late, but that didn't happen. Pacquiao jumped out on him, knocked him down early. I think he was kind of shell-shocked, and then he fought well really fought well in the second half of the fight. He actually outlanded Pacquiao overall, but Pacquiao got the decision. First loss of Thurman's career. And people might ask, well, I thought you only do the winners. No, I do the big names on What's Next, my What's Next series. The big names, once you competed in a main event, if you're a big name fighter, like a Keith Thurman, you're going to get a What's Next. So the question is, what's next for Keith one-time Thurman? Well, I'm sure there's plenty of options for him, but I really think Thurman's probably going to lean towards somebody at the back of the top 10 or even a top 15 type guy. To be honest, I'm looking more towards the top 15 guys. I don't know if he fights somebody that's coming off of a loss. Adrian Broner's actually fighting in September. Maybe he faces Broner. That's a big name. To be honest, I could see a fight with a guy like former champion Andre Berto next. I think Thurman would probably come back around, January, February area. March at the latest, and take on a guy like Berto just to, shake some more of that rust off, because, again, I'm not sure if that was the best Keith Thurman that we saw against Pacquiao. Remember, he was only one fight since a 2-year layoff, pretty much. So, I don't know if that was his best. He actually did pretty well, in my opinion, all considering. I thought he fought well, especially the second half of the fight, so because of that, though, I don't think he's going to jump back in feet first, though, into the deep end of the pool and take on a big name next. And you know what? I don't know if a lot of the big names are going to be available. Pacquiao's not going to fight him again. That wouldn't mean anything to Pacquiao. You got Spence and Porter fighting. I think Spence is going to win that one going away. So a rematch with Porter for no world titles, what's the point? And I think Spence and Pacquiao is more possible. But does Thurman want to be an option for Spence next? I think that's a mistake. And then I really think Danny Garcia and Mikey Garcia are likely going to fight. If those guys don't, I could see Thurman facing one of those guys. But does he want to do that next is the question. So I'm really doubting that. I really believe somebody like the best he's going to go after next would be a guy like Sergey Lipinets, the former junior welterweight champion. But that guy's looked good in his last 2 fights. He's a straight comer. He's going to come at Thurman. I don't know if Thurman wants that kind of pressure next. So I really think Adrian Broner, Andre Berto, guys like that are better and more logical options for Thurman next. And, that's probably what he's going to do. But really, a guy like Thurman does have some clout. He's a bigger name, and he could conceivably fight anybody. So we'll see what happens, but that's what I think right there. So that's it on Keith Thurman. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.